Hello, viewers. Welcome back. I am Dr. Rahul Singh once again. I have come back to talk to you all. It is always a great pleasure to connect with you all. And आप सबसे बात करने में मुझे भी बहुत मज़ा आता है because I get all your beautiful comments. So today I want to talk to you and give you a little information about the ongoing race for the right vaccine and the most powerful vaccine in the market. So we have top three contenders, the number one being the Oxford vaccine, then we have the American Pfizer, and then the indigenously developed Covaxin, which is still in its process. So let us break it down and see the efficacy percentages for each one of them. The first one is the Oxford vaccine, which has about 70% of efficacy. Then you have the Pfizer, which has 70%, and the Indian Covaxin developed by Bharat Biotech, जो हैदराबाद में बन रही है, उसकी 60% efficacy है. It is important for us to know that the vaccine is not going to prevent you from getting an infection, but it is going to give you the antibodies and the immunity towards coronavirus and prevent you from developing those very harsh and severe kind of manifestations from this disease. Let us see how these vaccines were developed so far, what information we have out there on the open source. I have collected all of that, so it makes a little more sense to y'all. The first one is the Oxford vaccine, जो recombinant DNA रिकॉम्बिनेंट एडिनो वायरस से बनाया गया है, जो चिंपैंजीज में बहुत कॉमन वायरस है. इस वायरस को एक्सट्रैक्ट किया गया था फ्रॉम चिंपैंजीज और इसको जेनेटिकली मॉडिफाई किया गया, and then it has been injected into individuals and then tested over a period of time. So what happens is when you give this adenovirus, it's going to create certain antibodies towards it and kill the virus inside. But it's also, these antibodies are also going to kill coronavirus infection on a subsequent exposure. So that is the whole idea of giving this recombinant adenovirus. Next one is the Pfizer, जिसमें mRNA टेक्नोलॉजी को यूज़ किया गया था, जिसमें एक mRNA मतलब एक स्ट्रैंड ऑफ जेनेटिक इंफॉर्मेशन को इंजेक्ट किया गया मसल में, और what it does is it creates certain proteins. So these proteins will now go and attack our system, and this system is going to mount a very severe response towards it. Now this response is also going to nullify any kind of virus, any kind of coronavirus infection later on. So the same kind of concept in एक में दिया गया था recombinant adenovirus और इसमें दिया गया mRNA. Whereas the Covaxin is a very traditional method of making a vaccine where we take the entire coronavirus and we kill it and then we inject it in the body with a little vehicle that goes into your cells, and then your body mounts an antibody response. India mein we are going to see, we have about 1.3 billion people. Then we have a lot of power cuts in different areas, maybe not in the cities, but outside it will be a big problem because most of these vaccines require a very elaborate cold chain. कोल्ड चेन का मतलब जब से मैन्युफैक्चर हुआ और आप तक पहुंचने में कभी नहीं टूटना चाहिए इसका चेन. मतलब द टेम्परेचर ऑफ दीज वैक्सीन्स वाइल ट्रांसपोर्टिंग देम शुड नॉट गो अप. दैट एक बार भी अगर बीच में इसका टेम्परेचर बढ़ गया तो ये वैक्सीन काम नहीं करेगी. सो the problem with Pfizer is that it needs to be stored at -20 to -80 degrees Celsius. और इस वैक्सीन को अगर इंडिया कंसिडर करती है तो ये बहुत ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लमेटिक हो सकती है, बिकॉज इंडिया में एक तो ये वैक्सीन निकलने तक 1-2 महीने और लग जाएंगे, और तब तक बहुत सारे रीजन्स इंडिया में विल बी वेल विद इन द समर रेंज वेयर द टेम्परेचर्स आर गोइंग टू बी वेरी हाई. So transportation to villages and to all these small grassroots levels is going to be really difficult at -80 degrees. Whereas the beauty of the Oxford vaccine, in my opinion, it is a very feasible vaccine because इसकी ब्यूटी यही है कि 2 to 8 डिग्रीज में भी ये इसे स्टोर कर सकते हैं आप. नेक्स्ट, a very important aspect of any vaccine when we are talking about a pandemic is the cost. The cost is really important. So the cost of the Oxford vaccine is going to be around $2.50, whereas the Pfizer is going to be a little more expensive, around $20. So अगर 1.3 billion people times 1400 to 1500 rupees is going to be a huge amount. It's going to be a huge burden on the government, provided they're thinking if they're planning to do this for free. The Covaxin also is a very, very feasible option for the Indian scenario because it is cheap, it is easy to develop, and it's also a very traditional method of creating a vaccine. So the shelf life of these killed vaccines is large. Similar vaccines have been developed in the past, like the mumps vaccine, they have the measles and the rubella. All of these vaccines are killed vaccines and they have performed pretty well. The downside, however, of the Covaxin is that the antibody response, once you get an antibody response to the Covaxin, it's going to wane off, it's going to go down with time. So you might require a booster dose every now and then to keep your immunity up there. आप में से कुछ सोच रहे होंगे, what about the Sputnik vaccine that has been created in Russia? It falls in the same category of the recombinant virus that is Oxford vaccine. So it's good news that Oxford vaccine is leading the race. It's spearheading the whole process of vaccine development in COVID-19. So I hope to see some more updates soon. जब भी मिलेंगे मैं आप सबसे जुड़ जाऊंगा फिर एक बार आके. बट जाने से पहले I'd like to really emphasize that when our Prime Minister says, Prime Minister Modi ji has said that 2 गज की दूरी अभी भी, and then you'll also have to wear your mask, but because the race isn't over, the job is not over, and now that we are entering a winter phase, that the transmissions might go up. As you can see clearly in the graphs, the number of deaths have increased and the number of cases have increased, and many of the states are probably looking at a lockdown again. So it's not over yet. Please mask up, wear your mask, and please do whatever is required as per the MHA guidelines. I'll see you soon once again. Bharat Mata ki Jai. Bye bye.